Hey everybody, how you doing? By the way, that's an awesome intro. Have I not mentioned that Ryan has a fantastic intro there? Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Scott and Dancing Day over there we got going on, and Ryan, the very confused O'Regan, looking down below, trying to figure out what the devil's going on, and frankly, so am I.
Yeah,
Day. All right, you know what? Hang on. Let's see.
That's like the worst Thriller impression I've ever seen. Like, what was that?
it was just going with the beat of that song.
I know, but you look like you're doing Michael Jackson's Thriller with like a little bit of like Wednesday's Dance or something.
But like that really bad Bollywood version. If you ever
Wrong.
get the chance to watch it, there's a terrible Bollywood version of Thriller, and it's just
Yes,
it's
I have seen that
yes,
clip.
that is just amazing. Okay,
It's like he's just got way too much energy in that outfit.
Yeah, dude, really. By the way, it's been like almost 40 years, I think, since Thriller came out. Way to age myself here. We got a bunch of stuff we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking a little Dragon Ball because of the fact that Dragon Ball fans are very excited, very proud, because basically the internet's version of a massive punching bag, his name is Yamcha, finally gets a win on the internet.
This is news.
Yes, my dude Yamcha, my second favorite fan, character in Dragon Ball in the 30-some years. Let me give a quick little backstory on this. So, Super Dragonball Heroes is a non-canon anime that's been going on for a few years now, and it's really just basically fan service. The entire thing brings back old characters, brings in new characters, and it's just nonstop action and fan service. It's not canon, but it's still fun. So, in this particular case, Heat from Universe 6 has his opponent, in this case, a girl named Vidro, who actually is their enemy, Yamcha's enemy as well, and he's about ready to kill her. Heat is actually the greatest assassin in Universe 6. Along comes Yamcha, who actually saves the day, attacks Heat, and says, "You can't actually beat up a girl. I don't care if she's the enemy." She, in turn, is shocked by it as Heat is about to kill Yamcha, steps in, and saves the day, and actually is able to save Yamcha from being killed, and develops an immediate infatuation with him, and starts calling him darling. In this particular case, the internet has basically, this is going back about 4 or 5 months at this point, because Yamcha has been the internet's punching bag and anime's punching bag for years, and I partly blame Dragon Ball Z Abridged for that. So in this case, long story short, it ends where they basically beat a descendant of Frieza, and she straight up proposes marriage to him. Left in the dark, left unknown right now what's going to happen with that particular case. But I actually posted the short on our YouTube channel. And just to go ahead, please.
All right, so she's a descendant from Frieza?
No, they defeated a descendant of Frieza. She is actually, it's a character called Chilled. So just run with it. Chilled killed all her people, with the exception of a few.
Oh.
So she became immediately infatuated with Yamcha, and the internet quite literally just lost its collective mind over it. I'm going to pull up
the internet.
What's that?
The internet.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Can I do it this way? This is the YouTube channel itself. That I posted the short clip up. So if you can see that like and dislike bar right there.
We're behind the looking glass here, people. Try not to judge us.
Actually, yeah, this is the YouTube channel itself. So if you can see the number on the right side, basically where my face is, that right there, the video got its first ever dislike about 2 hours ago. It currently sits at 560 likes and 1 solitary dislike. It is a 99.8% upvote percentage on YouTube, which is an insane number.
Wait, where's the dislike? I don't see the dislike.
Actually, in this case, you can't see it because it shows 99.8%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just proves that there's 1 dislike.
Yeah.
Because it's not 100%.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So in this case here, let me see if I can zoom it up a little bit. Yeah. There we go. So that video right there, 99.8% upvote because Yamcha actually gets a girl that's interested in him.
That dislike was probably me. I know it wasn't. I didn't even.
It could have been. Yeah, 560 likes, 1 dislike, and the comments themselves. And if you saw, I was going through a lot of the comments. I posted it on the thumbnail, where it was all about the fact that Yamcha has finally gotten a win. You know, he has basically been the internet's dumping ground for so long. And I think a lot of, people on the internet, myself included, view Yamcha as basically being part of themselves. And in my case, basically being a Yamcha myself, I took to this video and I went back and forth on whether I was going to post it or not. But the fact that he actually has someone that's beyond infatuated with him, has made Dragon Ball fans really want to make this canon. And they want to make Vidro a real character in like the actual canon storyline so they can give Yamcha a girl.
Hold
Because,
up. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So now Yamcha in the year 2003 gets a girl, and I'm still single.
Well, to be fair, it's
But
not
see,
2003.
you need to find blue aliens.
2023. Correction.
I know what you meant. I wasn't going to worry about it. But
continue.
Okay, but okay. First of all, Day, don't get yourself so upset because
a cartoon
this is not
got a girlfriend.
Look, this is not the kind of girl that someone should be happy about. This is a yandere like you would not believe. All right? Let's think about this. This is a person that he was just fighting a second ago, and then an instant just became infatuated with him. But I'm probably sure that, like, within the next heartbeat, if he says something or someone does something around him, she's going into kill mode.
Ryan, you're making it worse.
Because I'm calling it a yandere? Come on.
You're making it worse.
No, yanderes are not good people. All right? I don't care who you are. Yanderes are not good people. They're psychopathic.
You're making it worse.
No, I am not. And here's the thing. For as much as the fans may want to go ahead and make something like this canon in DBZ, look, as far as Dragon Ball is concerned, Yamcha has had enough tail in his career as one of the Z fighters. All right, just because look, he was the first one to have Bulma. All right, let us not forget this. He was the first one to have Bulma. Bulma's been passed around like the proverbial Dragon Ball that she is, going from him to Krillin for a second, and then on to Vegeta, and I'm sure there's gonna be some point where her and Vegeta break up, and then she becomes like married to Tien or something. Who knows? But you know what? If this is the biggest thing happening, look, when Scott put this up, I was like, why is this news? Why are we worried about Yamcha getting a little something? Because let's face it, it's not like he's improved as a fighter any. He's still going to be the first one to die every time he comes up. It's just now he has a girlfriend to fight for him.
You know what I think it is? Because the fans at this point are pissed off and tired of Dragon Ball Super. They're actually turning hardcore on it, and they do not like the material on there. So they're turning to a lot of the what's considered non-canon stuff because it's giving better fan service and in some ways better love, than the actual canon storyline is. They just started in the manga for Dragon Ball Super, the entire Dragon Ball superhero movie. So they're going to spend the next 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it is, just redoing the entire movie again. And fans are just like, we just saw this. Why are you giving us that content? There's been some concerns with the manga because Mai was turned back into a child through the Dragon Balls and is now about 60, 65 years old. And actually right now is crushing on Trunks, who's 17. So there's been a little bit of concern. It's like, your mom is younger than the character you're interested in dating. And the internet is a little annoyed, or Dragon Ball fans are kind of pissed off about that because of the fact that it just feels unnatural. 17-year-old and a 65-year-old. So
that's what they're upset about.
Well, dude, this is the internet. Everybody's upset about something,
But I'm just saying, like, of all the things, they've allowed Master Roshi to go on with his ways for how many years? But that they're upset about.
You know what? They are, though. And that's the funny thing about it, because I guess part of it is a lot of people feel sympathy for the guy because he has been, because it's almost one of those things that, how you get that one kid that's always bullied and you kind of feel bad for them. Yamcha has kind of been that bully, or basically been bullied, and
yes, but he's the one dumb enough to put himself in the fight when he knows he doesn't stand a chance. The man has not improved anything since when Vegeta first arrived and he got blown up by the little green men.
Yeah, I know, but actually, he did actually in a lot of ways. But it's still one of those things that he still, to his credit, still shows up.
No. What has Yamcha actually improved upon besides his baseball game?
He trained with King Kai and got to King Kai's planet faster than Goku did when Goku died. That is canon. After he was killed in the Vegeta arc.
After he was killed in the Vegeta arc.
Yes, but King Kai confirmed that he, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, and Piccolo all made it to King Kai's planet faster than Goku did a few months prior. That is canon.
Yes, but that just basically means they're not as dumb as Goku.
Well, I don't think anybody is.
Right. So what's the accomplishment here?
I guess the point is the fact that when it comes down to it, you get a character like Chaozu who doesn't even show up anymore, who's weaker than ever. You got Mr. Satan who took credit for a child's global earth-saving victory to make himself famous.
Which was agreed upon.
By
right? They talked about it. They agreed that Mr. Satan would take care of everything just to hide the fact that these people and their powers exist, so that this way they were able to lead more normal lives.
Years later, yeah. But in the moment, after everybody flew away, he's like, I punched Cell into space. There was no video, there was no footage. They just took his word and be like, he saved the day. Okay. Which, by the way, makes the
back then they didn't have everyone didn't have cell phones with cameras on them. So there was no
also that only one camera person showed up. But the point is that he took credit and got fame. Okay, maybe Gohan and Entourage didn't want the notoriety. I get that. But he took the credit and made himself worldwide even more famous, taking the credit from a kid who was 9 or 11 years old, depending on which iteration, US or Japan. And that's a douche move, man. That is a douche move.
That's a heroic move. What are you talking about?
What, to take credit for something that a little kid did?
Yeah, so that this kid can actually go ahead and live a normal life rather than everybody in the world and the universe coming down and making his young life a living hell because he's constantly going to be pestered to fight. We've seen that in how Gohan has gone ahead and been able to develop himself as a mature young man who is rather more scholarly than wanting to be a fighter like his father did.
I can't wait for Day to get
that. He had to deal with the same struggles that Goku did as a kid. It would be a problem.
Day, okay. Go ahead and say this again. Day, you're going to be a tiebreaker.
I can't even believe that we're debating this long for something like this.
Wait, what I missed? What did I miss?
All because Yamcha is essentially the Grizzly Bear all of a sudden for one scene in a non-canon thing. Look, if you okay, I'm probably going to get some flack.
Right.
No. It has to be said. It has to be said.
What did I miss?
No, here's the thing. Look, I understand as far as everything Stream Punk Entertainment is concerned. We have a bit of a history with Dragon Ball Z material.
Uh-huh.
All right. A lot of the fans have probably been able to follow us back from the time when we showed a lot of shorts that were concerning Dragon Ball Z. And yes, maybe we don't talk about anime and stuff as much, but that's our thing. But here's the fact of it. This is bullshit. I'm trying not to curse, but this is not something that we should be excited about. Because this is like the most minute detail of anything Dragon Ball oriented I have ever seen. Just because you want to go ahead and make Yamcha your de facto proxy avatar for all of you who try hard and get nothing, and just because he finally got a girl. First of all, he was getting girls even when the other ones weren't getting girls, all right? Yamcha had that riz to begin with. So the fact that you're worried that he's actually got like an Android 17 or something like that, where he's got like his own personal female, so this way he can go on dates with all the other Z fighters that apparently have wife and kids. This means nothing. There is more important.
I gotta interrupt you.
Holy hell, my God!
I gotta interrupt you.
Please do, because I don't know where I'm going with this, but this is so
you
stupid.
You played Mortal Kombat, right? You played Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this.
No.
Look at Johnny Cage. The Hollywood arrogant individual falls in love with Sonya Blade, and magically Sonya Blade somewhat falls in love with him, and they have a baby. Nobody thought Johnny Cage would get a love interest.
What are you talking about? Everybody thought Johnny Cage would get a love interest,
but we didn't know it was Sonya.
Oh, we didn't know it was the one female that they showed from the very beginning of the franchise.
No, we
The
didn't.
movie hinted on it a little bit, though. The first movie.
A little bit, but if you actually played the game, we were thinking, okay, Sonya, whatever.
Well,
And then,
okay, who are you gonna hook Sonya up with from the video game for then? Liu Kang?
no, we was thinking Jack.
No.
Jax.
Nah, they're two cop partners.
Jackson, they're cohorts, they're workers, and he wasn't even in the first game.
Exactly. And then I was thinking, okay, I could see Johnny Cage with Jade.
Okay.
What fan theory nonsense are you coming up with here, man?
Are you serious?
Ooh.
This is shipping, man. That's just
No. But getting to the point because we're going off topic. Young Chung was the arrogant guy until Goku, Vegeta. Matter of fact, until Vegeta came into the picture. Once Vegeta came into the picture, Young Chung declined. And then once Vegeta got into the picture, then you notice that what's his name? The bald-headed dude, the short guy, the one that's going to be Kevin Hart. Krillin. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I'm getting excited with it. So Krillin wound up dating and getting married to an android. And poor little Young Chung had nobody. He was bullied. He was humiliated by the rest of them. Yes, he was.
No,
he was not.
No. If anything, he was just the weak link. And that is a far cry from what he was during Dragon Ball.
You just called it.
Yes, he is the weak link. And I would dare say he's been the weak link ever since his days of Dragon Ball when he was the more grown-up person to little kid Goku.
Okay. But guess what? Now he got his redemption story.
He doesn't. This is not a redemption story. This is fan service. This is not some great comeback.
Are you saying this is a downgrade?
I'm saying it's a non-story.
But are you getting so much time out of it? Yeah, we've done 20 minutes on non-story.
Downgrade.
Yeah, that pose alone. Look, they even did that for like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. When Cody Rhodes lost, they put him in the Yamcha position with that rubber chicken right next to him. All right, this is just the pose. The only thing Yamcha is good for right now is meme material. That is it. No, but if you expect me to care whether or not he's getting like a little something on the side in some universe with some person who does not even matter, who, let's face it, is probably crazy. That I love. I love being killed by Magikarp. That is awesome. That is perfect.
That is sad, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's probably accurate. What, his Wolfang fist can't hold up to a splash attack. Playing a mobile device for 5 minutes.
Ryan, you're pitiful. You just crushed the man's soul. So many ways. Yeah.
He's a cartoon character.
Will Smith,
he has no soul.
Cry. That's Young Chung right there. That's Young Chung. Look at that. Look at that sad face. After you laughing at him. Look at him. By
the way, I just want to point out, I'm just pulling down randos on this.
Yes, Ryan. Look, this is Ryan's face. While Young Chung is like,
no, because here's the thing. It's not. No, you want to know who got redemption recently? Gohan and Piccolo got redemption. In Dragon Ball Superhero, that's a redemption arc.
Yeah, that's a different type of redemption. That's redemption.
But that's the kind of redemption that's necessary for this franchise.
And Young Chung doesn't deserve his happy ending?
He's had a lot of happy endings. We just don't see it on screen.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, God, he almost made me choke.
This is a good one. Hang on a second. I got to change some stuff here. Oh, let's get rid of that.
This is the biggest non-story. I swear to God. Yeah.
Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect.
No, wait, no. Just correct me if I'm wrong. didn't Bulma go and like date Krillin before dating
No.
Vegito?
No.
Nope. Never did.
No.
I could have sworn they went out on a date.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Bulma is older than Krillin.
Yeah, by 5 years. 4 years, actually.
Yeah, by 5 years. That's nothing in this universe.
Yeah, as established by what I just mentioned before about Mai and Trunks.
Right. No, I could have sworn that like before she hooked up with Vegito, I thought her and Krillin went on at least one date.
No.
You know what? We gotta get Masako X to come back on here to discuss this and break this down.
Scott, remember that those pictures I sent you?
Yes.
Why don't we just show that to the audience?
Oh God. Wait, no, one of them wasn't Yamcha, was it?
No.
Okay, good. I'd hate to see the person who ended up as Yamcha. Why don't you be like Chris Brown or something? I don't know.
Oh, snap!
The irony.
That's so messed up.
Yes, but accurate. Very, very accurate.
But no, because Chris... Well, let me shut up, because I don't want Chris Brown coming and attacking me.
Oh, what's he going to do? Throw a chair at you? Stop.
He's going to make me run it. Gonna get him, gonna run it. He's gonna make me run it.
Where did you send those?
Just go Rihanna
on
here.
Messenger. Through the tells from the
there we go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in another parallel universe, we have Will Smith
on Dragon Black Z.
Yeah, we have Will Smith as Goku or Blacko.
Or is that Jaden Smith?
That's Will Smith.
No, that's definitely Will.
Definitely Will.
I mean, if you want to do Kid Goku, maybe you could put Jaden in there.
Yeah.
Or you could just use Will from like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air days.
Pretty much. And we got another picture once we get this out. I know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. There.
Then we have Krillin as person that's playing Krillin is
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Which I will say that's a little brilliant.
That's actually really good there.
That was a smart move having Kevin Hart as Krillin.
It's like really when you think about like short actors, there are very few people that I think you could go to like for that.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it's like Peter Dinklage or Danny DeVito, I don't see it happening otherwise.
By the way, Dave, where did you find these?
I found them on Instagram.
Okay. Do you have the name of the artist or the account?
Yeah, it's right there. It's right here with the Instagram right here. Samical.
Oh yeah, it's to the right of or left side of screen.
So credit to Samuka Arts for making these. These are very well merged.
Right. They have Chris Rock, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Rock as
Frieza.
I almost got a brain freeze after that.
It's
Chris Rock. Can you picture Chris Rock as Frieza, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this.
It works.
This one I would say is maybe a little bit off because like Frieza's just usually like a little bit more chill than Chris Rock is. Like I would say for someone like Frieza, you gotta get someone like just a little bit more relaxed to like play that counterpart. But as far as like fighting concerned, yes, that makes sense.
He can take a slap with the best of them, though.
They said Will Smith's slap felt like.
No, but I mean, it'll make sense later.
Yeah. Jay-Z as Vegeta. Wait.
I am the Hova of all Saiyans.
Oh! I just picked it up. Oh, snap. I know who can play Yamcha. Oh, snap.
Oh, God.
Wait, what day? What?
Oh, God, no.
What?
Who's the guy for Immature? Oh, my God. got movie roles other than his people. Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Who?
Cause he used to date Beyonce.
Who?
The guy from Immature.
The guy from Immature?
Yeah, hold on. Marcus Houston.
Okay.
Oh, Batman?
What?
That was his name in the group, Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh,
How am
snap.
I white and I know that more than you do?
Because you're not white, you're black. You just.
I know. Me and Uncle Ruckus, we got vitiligo and we vitiligo.
Yes. Yes, that's Young Chuck right there.
Wow. Yes, for those of you who know him more from TV as Roger from Sister Sister.
Yes. That would be perfect. Because he used to date Beyonce. And we all know how that went.
Speaking of.
And Beyonce is Boma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, that would make Blue Ivy the Trunks of the universe, no?
A female Trunks in that universe.
Yeah, firstborn though. So yeah.
Or we could go with Pam. Or Pam is.
Well, no. Well, what was the sister's name? Bra?
Yeah, his sister's name is Bra.
Yeah.
Well, Bulma's sister's name is Tights. They had a thing go. They had a motif going with that, you know.
That's who Krillin actually, I think, dated for a second.
No, Tights was never introduced until Jocko the.
Well, okay, so then who's the blonde with the guns?
You're talking Marin probably, but Marin wasn't canon either.
Okay.
Marin was part of the Garlic Jr. filler arc.
Yeah, and wasn't she dating Master Roshi?
No, but she was on the island for a short time.
No, she. Look, Trunks dated somebody before he got some like metal on him. All right, I know this. I've seen episodes where he was like, just pimping out with his outfit.
He's talking Lunch.
Launch. There we go.
Yeah, who was conveniently forgotten by Dragon Ball Z because Akira Toriyama forgot he wrote the character. Mm-hmm. That's why she never showed up in the series.
Right.
She was prominently displayed from like episode like 15 or 16 all the way through to the end of Dragon Ball. And then once Z started, he's like, who?
Who that?
Yeah, literally who that. So that's like I said, Kyle, you mentioned it. Yeah, Maya's Trunks' current love interest in the future. Yeah. Maya is like 65 years old. The Dragon Balls brought her back down, but Trunks is 17 and she's in her mid-60s. She's older than Trunks' mom, and Bulma's like, whatever.
Yeah,
she aged gracefully.
Well, Dragon Balls can do that, but it was one of those things that a lot of fans were kind of like, a little weird. If it was the other way around, people would be losing their mind.
Right.
No, but that's why it makes sense to have Beyonce as Bulma, because let's face it, Bulma was always about trying to get the Dragon Balls, and Beyonce is always about trying to get like this award, that award, this Grammy, that Grammy.
And because I don't think she ever got married, all the single ladies. So, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell.
Jada Pinkett Smith as Chi-Chi.
Which makes sense because they had Will Smith as Goku earlier on.
Yeah, but with that head, it looks more like Chi-Chi-Chia.
But you know what? I'll say this. They captured Chi-Chi's anger perfect.
Yeah.
Chi-Chi is perpetually pissed off in the series, and that look says so much.
Well, that's why Goku does what she says.
Yeah.
Whether it's, go get a job or, go protect his family so our son doesn't have to fight.
I was like, he has a job. He's a radish farmer.
Radish. Dude, this aged so badly off of something I saw on TikTok, man.
That usually starts with anything basically you find on TikTok.
No. I'm dead serious. It's like
this wasn't the Son of the Mask thing you posted before, right?
Hold on. No. Promise me. No. Just do this without actually bringing up anything on the screen.
Okay.
Go and Google Morgan Freeman granddaughter. And tell me what comes up.
Adina Hines.
Just
Got
look
Adina
at the
Hines
articles.
coming up. What's that?
Just look at the articles.
In the news. Okay. Man who killed Morgan Freeman's granddaughter pleads not guilty.
No.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Whoa,
Yeah.
what I missed?
Okay.
So
Morgan
now the
Freeman-
Master Roshi thing really plays. It hits different.
Ooh, wow. I had no idea. I mean, that's like Woody Allen times like 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Still want to make him Master Roshi?
Married to Nestor. Bye, son. Okay, how's that? Is that better? Morgan Freeman is Dr. Gear, Dr. Giro. Oh my God. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Neither.
I'm just gonna read what's here. Basically, Morgan Freeman had an affair with step granddaughter. Oof. Moving on quickly. Snoop purist.
No.
Which is ironic considering he's a cat person here.
Yeah.
It works though. I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, in this particular case, like Snoop Dogg isn't a wrestler, doing an elbow drop, but
no, but I mean, considering the God of Destruction's obsession for like all things food and all things tasty, and then you look at Snoop's obsession with all things green and wrapped.
Yeah.
So it's like he brings the same kind of energy.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, we got 2 left, I think, at this point. I'm really curious what they're going to be, too. Next time on Dragon Ball.
Brian, might as well laugh.
This one was just so out of pocket. Like, of all people, you're going to make it like freaking Michael Jackson, man. Come on. Like, is it just because Reese is like a different color than everybody else? Is that the joke?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, who are you going to get as a light blue alien, like god person?
I don't think that's the reason. I think it's because their personality, similar personality.
Yeah, but Reese had like a lot more chill than say I think Michael Jackson would.
Oh, Reese was awesome. I loved Reese.
Not to mention he had like that special relationship with Bulma. Those two were like gal pals almost.
There was that bit then there where basically he tries, I think, sushi for the first time. And you just see him just like basically just orgasm like all over screen. And you only see his face, but you really see like this foodgasm going on. And it was just so it was one of the funniest scenes I saw in all of Super. Because here you have this unbridled, you have the god of destruction, and he's stronger than that. And he's just like, this is like the most amazing food ever. And just the reaction he had would apparently just eons of just eating crap food.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. There's someone I'm thinking would probably be a better fit for this. I'm just blanking on their name at this. Billy Porter.
Billy Porter.
Yeah, I could see Billy Porter as Whis.
Okay. They said Kyle said Keanu Reeves.
Well, it wouldn't work in this case because it's part of Dragon Black Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you want somebody that's like a little bit more sophisticated, but also a little bit on the gal pal side, you get Billy Porter.
Yes.
You get Billy Porter. Like I could just see him just standing with his hair all elegant, with his staff, and just like puffing out the chest, just like standing there the whole time. It's like, no, this is not how we're trained today.
All right, we got one more here. Oh, nice.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I'm tired of these monkey fighting Saiyans. That's because I can't say the MF as I really want to on your dear God, I wish I could. Somebody has to find Samuel L. Jackson just to record these lines.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he would be down for it. I really do.
I think he would too.
I guarantee you, the minute Secret Invasion comes out, if there is any scene where we have Sam Jackson turning into another Skrull, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is awesome. Dude, the Samuk Arts is the name. Absolute respect. This was just absolutely incredible work. I'd love to see more. I got to check him out. Find assuming it's a him, maybe it's to her. We'll leave it that way. Whoever they are, I gotta see more because I'm pretty sure they have an entire channel, and pages just dedicated to just stuff like this. And if it's anything like this, I am going to have a field day going down a rabbit hole on this.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we've spent 35 minutes talking about this nonsense all because of Yamcha. My God.
Dude, this is the show. It's funny. You went into this being like, I'm not sure if we're going to have enough to really cover. And I'm like, we will figure this out.
And
every time we figure out a way to just roll with this.
No, we almost got into like that. What was it? That hyperbolic time chamber. It's just like I feel like we're just stepped in and like a half hour's already gone by. It's like,
yeah, right.
This should not be.
And yet it is. So, all right. So basically, Samuk Arts. Check them out. Check the work that's involved here because it's, like I said, it's spectacular stuff. I absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. Anything else on this before we, promptly, and I think for Ryan, quickly get away from Dragon Ball?
I'm just saying, notice he didn't make anyone Yamcha because nobody wants to be.
He did.
Marcus no, actually, I don't think he did he?
No, that's not official. That's not canon.
No, he's not in the thing, but...
Yeah, no, that's just what you decided.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I think Kyle said something about that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll swing over here. There's this franchise, I'm not sure if you ever heard of it, called Super Mario Brothers. I don't know if you guys familiar with it at all?
It was a decent movie.
It was a decent. Okay. It was a good children's film.
It was a good children's film.
Would you get my line from me?
So let me see if I can pull this up in a way that works. How's that work? You know what? Let me close that out.
I mean, considering we're seeing on the whole of it right now, yeah.
I'm just shocked that it knocked out.
Yeah, we'll just put Sean Bean as Yamcha. That is brutally hard.
The disrespect.
Right, so Super Mario Brothers, the movie, currently right now in 2023, and it's only been a couple of weeks, is currently just shy of $700 million. By the way, this is Box Office Mojo that pulled these numbers down. So these are the highest grossing movies so far of 2023. And you can see it's already outperformed the John Wick 4, Ant-Man 3, Creed 3, Scream 6. It's really, really crushed. This is the worldwide numbers. It's really crushed most everything. What I find really interesting is this is 2022. By the time this movie lands, it could outperform Doctor Strange and Black Panther. It's probably already going to beat Batman if it hasn't already. But, Thor, Love, and Thunder, it is on track. The Super Mario Brothers movie is on track to outdo the last 2 years of Marvel stuff. And it's really, really curious. And I want to get your thoughts on this. Is this a sign of things to come where you're going to start finding movies where, they're going to be focusing more and more and more on video game adaptations and maybe not comic books anymore?
Well, I'm going to add something to this. I think that's what they're looking at. Because look at the way they did Sonic. Now they're talking about opening up a Sega universe. Because now the next film is being directed by the creator of, or the director of John Wick 4. Video game movie.
Yeah.
Well, I think with that, you'll have to wait and see how Knuckles, the television show, does. Because they've released a cast on that, and that's going to be done up for Paramount. But the thing about like Mario with all this, it's kind of similar to what Kyle is saying right now. In this year of 2023, Super Mario Brothers, the movie, is probably the first title that we've gotten this year that is truly a family film. And that's how you make your money at the box office. You don't do it by having all the sweaties go there for the Marvel or the DC films in order to see what's being brought from the comics and what isn't. You don't do it with the hard R films that are ramped up with great choreography and action, but are maybe a little bit too long and a little bit too heady in some cases. You do it with the family film that's going to be able to milk a family for all they're worth at the theater. Something that you can bring everybody to. And right now, there is no competition in that realm.
And you're right about that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
Yeah, now, and you're right about that because I really see there is it's not that many family films that's out now. We got like Okay, The Last of Us, that was on HBO Max. That was a video game adaptation of
Not really
of a
family
series.
friendly though.
It wasn't family friendly, but it got reviews, good and positive reviews.
Right, but that's why it was on HBO Max, or
Right.
Max as it is now.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
And
HBO
then-
Max.
Yeah. And then you have Super Mario Brothers, what brought in the droves of family, children, and it was good seeing it with those people. So of course the money is going to stack up.
Right. Now, does this necessarily mean that all these properties that Nintendo has are going to be able to rake in the same amount and that Nintendo is going to be the new Marvel? I don't think so.
It
Milking the
depends.
teeth, by the way.
It depends. I'm going to say this. It depends. If the next video game movie is Kirby,
Oh.
It could
and I'm
be.
calling it on this show, if the next video game movie is Kirby, best believe we're getting Super Smash Brothers movie.
No, okay. First of all,
Oh
let's
God,
stop
they're
with
gonna
this
do
Super Smash
an
Brothers stuff
NU,
because
a Nintendo universe.
we don't
They
need
do
an
it,
Avengers
right.
type movement
I'm
where
putting
all
it
these
in
Nintendo
the air,
movies.
Nintendo
and I'm
Cinematic
putting
Universe.
No,
I'm putting it in the universe. If that happens, yo, this
No.
will be awesome, and this is a step up for Nintendo.
Oh, they're looking.
No.
Listen, they're looking at this hardcore because they're already seeing what the numbers are, and you see the numbers right up there. I mean, that is
Yeah.
clear as day. They are doing better than the Marvel films are. And this was a questionable project in a lot of ways. It hit on multiple fronts because obviously the kids are going for Mario, the parents are going for Mario because they remember back in the day, an 8-bit, 16-bit era. So you're looking at it from two perspectives. Nintendo right now, they realize the gold mine that they have, and so does Sony, so does Sega, so does NEC. You might get a Bonk's Adventure. God, you might get an Ys or a Valis series. I mean, think about the well that exists across 20, 30, 40 years of games. Let's just stick to Nintendo. Metroid, probably a smash. Kid Icarus, probably a smash. Kirby, you mentioned that. That's going to hit. There's 3 right there without even trying that are instant franchise.
the fact that you
hits.
went Kid Icarus before like Zelda surprises me.
I didn't even mention Zelda. Well, see, there was supposedly that Netflix Zelda thing. I mean, Zelda, obviously, I don't know if you can really turn that into a 2-hour movie because the Triforce and everything, it might be a little difficult. But you can do standalone with the rest of it, I think.
You have to make that
idea. But the point being is that we are already, as a society, burned out and tired on comic book movies. It's had its run. I mean, that number those numbers right there are very, very indicative of the fact that people have lost interest in comic book franchises. If you look at 2022, I mean, how far? Yeah, none of the comic book movies last year basically broke $1 billion. The best one you had was Doctor Strange, which came close. This movie here, this Nintendo movie with Mario and Luigi, is probably going to overtake Marvel Season 4 or Phase 4. And don't think Disney and Marvel and Nintendo are not looking at that. This is people I think at this point are really kind of burned out on Marvel films. I know I am. I don't really care anymore. I got some interest in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because it's old school and because it's James Gunn. It may not have it may have a different feel from some of the other stuff. But I don't care about the Marvels. I don't care about all this stuff at this point. I'm just kind of like, meh. I mean, okay. Tomb Raider, Resident Evil. Resident Evil did okay. That was fine. Tomb Raider, the initial ones were decent. That remake, I don't think did too good. But they're not really kids' films. Exactly. You can make a Metroid kid film. You can make a Kirby one, my God.
I'd say make Metroid PG-13.
You do it.
Yeah, but not make it like a PG film. And you got to know what games you can basically execute and make it into a film or a limited series. Like the other film, like The Last of Us, they made it into a limited series.
Sure.
They, and they're gonna probably make another season of that because it's going by the video game. Wasn't there Uncharted? Yes, there was, but the thing about it was they made too many changes to the point that with that movie, it was like,
But see, that in itself becomes the problem with all of this. The only reason some people are loving Super Mario right now is because it's doing what the first one back in 1993 didn't do. It stayed true to the subject matter. Now, you look at something like The Last of Us. It stays true to the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you do anything where you differentiate or you try to be creative, like, say, Uncharted, or say, the Halo TV series, or, anything that's like, I mean, I can't imagine how many anime things have been video game adaptations that became anime too. You look at something like Castlevania, it worked. You look at something like Devil May Cry, it didn't.
Doom.
I'm sorry. Doom.
Yes, there was Doom. There was, Warcraft.
Hold on. I gotta pause you right there. Warcraft wasn't bad. It just wasn't advertised very well.
But that plays into part of the problem here. All right. Once you get out of like the kiddiness and the overall family entertainment fun that is Mario, it's going to be hard to really go ahead and market some of those other properties, depending on whether or not you want to get like the whole family together, or if you want to make something that's a little more niche for a grown-up audience. And then it also becomes the question of, do we do it easy and just stick to the plot of the video games, which, frankly, in some cases, it may just make more sense to play the game rather than watch a movie about the game? Or do you try to do something creative where you risk it all?
No, but see, there's the problem. And this is one of the things that I found out, that part of the reason why the Mario Brothers movie worked is because Nintendo fought to keep it the way it was. There was a lot of push by Hollywood to Hollywood the movie and change the script, change the storyline, change the characters, and make it a Hollywood aspect thing. Nintendo was like, no, you're not doing that with our IP. This is why you got the movie that you got, because Nintendo fought to keep it that way. Basically, if Nintendo had rolled over, you would have gotten a movie that probably would have had a little bit of a darker feel to it. You would have had something where Mario was probably completely inept and Peach was going to save the day, which supposedly rumor has it was going to be the original plan, where it was going to be Mario was going to be an incompetent moron and Peach was basically going to be girl boss. Nintendo was like, no, you can make her a little more badass, but you were not, and you can deviate from the princess needs saving thing, but you were going to make them all an equal team here. And as a result, that's why the system worked. So you see that with
now how is that going to necessarily... But Scott, now how is that mentality necessarily going to work when you have a product like, say, Kirby, who does not even talk?
You can
how are you going to do that with something like Legend of Zelda, where you have, yes, a princess who can go ahead and become a little more badass when they become Sheik, but otherwise is pretty much the princess that you have to save from Ganon. And again, a protagonist that has had no voice whatsoever except for the animated series where he sounded like a douche.
Excuse me, princess.
And don't even get me started on the whole Samus Aran thing. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of controversy as to how you portray
girl or not, I didn't care.
But the thing is, you can do what you did with Mario because it's Mario. Just in the same way you can do with Sonic what you did with Sonic because it's Sonic.
Now, here's another thing I heard. They are trying to see if it will make sense to do a Punch-Out movie.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And focus on Little Mac. Now, that can be a kid's movie if you really look at it.
I would make it a series.
A series? Oh, yeah, you're right, because all his opponents.
Yeah. Listen, you got to go 14-0 to go all the way through Mike Tyson's Punch-Out top to bottom.
But they're not going to do Mike Tyson because those rights are gone, so they probably going to use...
So it's Mr. Dream.
Right, but here's also the thing. When you have in cinemas a boxing franchise like Creed, and then you go ahead and you're going to put up something else based off a video game, it's not... People are going to compare. Whether you like it or not, people will compare. So if you're going to do something like Punch-Out, yeah, you do it more like a series, so this way you can be a little more tongue-in-cheek about it, and you can have a little more fun with it. I don't think a movie would make sense because there's just way too many opponents. Yeah,
but I think,
and if you don't get Mike Tyson to make an appearance, what's the point?
Listen, there's enough Kirby games out there that you can build a story around it. But I think the idea of being able to suck up various things and turn it into weapons, you imagine that with like the Mario style CGI. And you tell me kids are not going to pee all over themselves on that one. You know, you can figure it out. You don't have, I mean, you can have some degree of plot in there. You can add a few things here and there, and maybe you give them a voice. You might have to deviate a little bit, but as long as you give the fans what they want, it will be successful. When you start to change the ideology of it and you start to get a little preachy, then you're cutting the fans off. That's part of the problem Marvel has right now because they're a little more
telling you
preachy
right
right
now,
now.
if they do make a Kirby movie,
what's that?
If they do make a Kirby movie, it's going to be like Sonic. They're going to put Kirby in the human world, put him up against a couple of humans, so this way they have someone with dialogue.
I hope not.
And you're just going to see Kirby eating up everything in real life.
Sonic got lucky that way, personally. I think it got lucky because in this case, I mean, you don't know for sure whether or not original Sonic was planned, but you saw the response from it, and it generated interest, and you showed the animation studio was like, okay, we're going to listen. So you were able to bypass the whole, he's in the real world. Oh my God. You know, that trope that goes on, you know, Masters of the Universe trope, if you want to call it that, you know, because of the fact that they listened to the fans. Maybe it was all pre-planned. I don't know. But the system worked that way. And obviously we have a Sonic franchise that's doing well. If they do that with Kirby, I don't think it's going to work that well. I think if they created a Kirby world, you know, and did something like that. I'm not as familiar with Kirby as maybe you guys are, but if there's enough games out there that maybe if you made a Kirby universe, a Kirby world, and you open it up, boy, dude, that might be better than Mario. Oh my God. That might
but the problem is a Kirby type world is very similar to Mario. So a lot of people, I'm sure, would probably go ahead and say it's like cut, paste, repeat.
Right.
Nice. So, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. With Kirby, you can maybe go a little bit more cartoony, especially with the fact that you have all of these like characters that he sucks up for weapons, you know, and then they're trapped in this infinite void that is his stomach. It's a little heady at that point.
But I mean, if you think about what the trailer is like, you know, where it ends in the end, where he's sucking something up and then he comes out with a sword. I mean, imagine that in the trailer, and you got a bunch of hyperactive 8-year-olds that are playing Smash Brothers. Boy, dude, I think you got money there.
Yes, not even hyper
more than you have with Kid Icarus or even Metroid.
And not even kids. You got grown adults that will flip out.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
until you put a voice behind it. You gotta keep Kirby mute. You gotta keep him mute.
I don't know. I mean, listen, they're already figuring this out. We'll probably revisit this in 6 months when we find out, you know, when they're doing it.
Yeah.
So basically, if they're going to get a voice for Kirby, who does it be?
Morgan Freeman.
I'm sorry, I do not need that snowman to voice another Powerpuff.
No, Morgan Freeman as Kirby.
No.
Yes, Morgan Freeman as Kirby.
Look, I've already learned more about his snacking habits than I cared to this week. All right,
dude, I
Morgan
no
Freeman.
idea on that. Basically, when we're done here, I'm going to tell my wife about that. Like, did you know about this?
Freeman. unless you give him John Cena's voice.
Yeah, God, no, I hope not. I don't think John Cena would work there. I would
no, Josh Gad is not Kirby. No.
Unless he says
no.
I mean, we need somebody like higher pitched, you know, kid based almost.
You could go Kevin Hart if you wanted to. I mean, he's done, you know.
No. Oh hell nah.
Why? He was funny as the bunny in the Secret
Life
of Pets.
No.
God, no. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Sorry if I. No.
Okay, fine. Not him. Cat Williams. He's got a high pitched voice.
Actually, I just looked at it. Tara Strong, but Tara Strong doesn't have enough name recognition. But I think she'd do a great Kirby.
Yeah,
possibly.
Well, you said Cat Williams. That would be interesting. No,
his voice is too gravelly. If you're gonna make Danny DeVito anything, make him King Dedede.
Exactly. Oh no. The Rock be King Dedede.
Oh God. No, he's too busy doing the live action Moana.
I can see that. That would be good. Doing the voice of that. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, he's too busy with live action Moana.
Yeah. Oh God. And yeah, we can visit that as that gets closer. Oh boy. So.
Yeah.
But no, I want to see Cat Williams Kirby. I want to see him pimp slapping people and then eating up their stuff.
Wait,
Rosario Dawson. What do you think?
Wait, what?
Rosario Dawson
As who?
as Kirby. She's marketable.
Oh my god.
She is, but I don't know if she's got a strong enough. No, here's the thing. I like Rosario Dawson. I do.
Ryan,
She's a great presence on screen.
Shut up.
No.
Actually, I nominate Day. I think that voice would work.
That happened. Oh my god, real sorry.
Yeah, you want to listen to that for 90 minutes? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I mean, Rosario Dawson, here's the thing. She may not have the voice chops, but she has the name recognition. And I think that's what they're going to be looking for, that combination. That's why Tara Strong's not going to work. You know, just like Ashley Eckstein would not have worked for Ahsoka. Clone Wars people know Ashley Eckstein. The main public doesn't. Yeah. And that's the same kind of problem that Tara Strong had. Oh, God. Kyle, I may not put these posts, these guys.
Look, if they had made a Kirby movie in the early 2000s, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would have been spot
with music by Blink 182, Backstreet Boys, and The Buzz.
Well, that's the thing. If they keep up with Illumination's animation studio, you'll get that soundtrack.
This is the story of a curb. I can't come up with anything else. I'm wiped at this point.
No, I got one. All the small things.
we're immediately gonna get like demonetized on this because basically somehow you
all the small things. Kirby's eating. He takes one lick.
It sucks. It up.
Well, sorry, when you said sucks, I was like, wait, rhyming scheme is not helping here. Oh, that almost went
Hollywood
really left. Oh,
yeah. That's why Rob Paulson actually can't be mainstream anymore, which sucks. So, yeah, it's funny. Hollywood hates voice actors just like they kind of hate YouTubers, where they just don't want to basically have any affiliation with it. It's like, because it's not prestigious enough for one of us, whole thing, you know. Hanson. Bop, dip, dop, ba, do.
No, stop.
Waking up in the morning with that song is the whitest thing I've ever done.
I don't know about that. I'm sure there's some whiter things that have happened in your lifetime.
Dude, is there really anything whiter than basically waking up with a song in your head and it's bop? Oh, you know what? No. You know what? Probably worse. Rick Astley.
Who's Rick Astley? No, because he's meme worthy.
Never gonna.
No, that's not.
No. He's cool by now.
He's cool.
All right. So bop is whiter.
No, I would say if you want to go whiter, I'm Blue, Eiffel 65.
Dude, honestly, true story. You know how I go through like the discography of like every single group. So right now I'm doing Stradivarius. I did Poison. I'm doing Rat right now. I did Eiffel 65. That was the most difficult discography I've ever done. It was brutal. The third album was the best of the bunch because they didn't use auto-tune on any of it. I hated going through that one. Day, I saw your message. It's okay. You got to bail. It's fine. No worries.
Yeah. But I'm just going to let y'all know, audience, when we meet again, next time on Tales from the Film Set. Adios.
The fact that he didn't do it in like the actual deep voice hurts, but
or the Joker voice.
I'll talk to you for next episode.
Okay, well.
Oh, all right. I was trying to set him up to do the Joker voice on that, and I figured it'd be a great window, but he didn't do it. And he let me down.
No, but the fact he could have done a Dragon Ball Z voice, I think. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, we contact like Kyle Abear and be like, "Can you record this, please?" Actually,
that would be great.
So next time on Kirby Ball Z. That's the Kirby love story gets found. Or use true. Actually, Yeah, so that wouldn't work. I mean, obviously Ben Prime would recognize this, but Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Ben 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because Rob
Well,
Manning did the interview
Yuri
with him.
Lowenthal
That's how I
falls in
recognize.
like the same realm of like Josh Keaton. It's just like
Yeah.
high pitched male voice.
I would almost venture to say they probably throw like Jason Bateman in there or something random.
See, but okay, Kirby aside, that's
Mhm.
one video game in the pantheon of Nintendo games. If you went ahead and did like a Metroid, it couldn't be all kid friendly. I don't think you'd be able to. It'd be too much peril, and the Motion Picture Association would have to go ahead and at least make that a PG or a PG-13 based upon how many things are getting blown up and exploded.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's see, what else do we
Same
have
thing
here?
could be said for Zelda. Zelda would have to have like a PG-13 treatment. Because again, that's
I think
all just like,
PG-13 would be okay on that. Because you know what it is?
yeah,
Because the parents would take the kids on that, and the kids would be like, oh boy, Zelda. The parents would be okay with it. They would let that PG-13 slide because they remember back in the day, the original Zelda, Zelda 2, Link to the Past. Oh God, no, please no.
wow.
But I mean, you know what? Let me pull something up just for funsies here, real quick.
Okay.
So this is the list of I just pulled up, Digital Dream Door, just as a random. So, the greatest video games of the 90s. So what do we have here? We can do another Doom. We have Metal Gear. Oh, Metal Gear Solid would probably fly. Oh, wow. Gold, Half-Life, StarCraft, Metroid, Civilization, another Castlevania movie you can probably do a live action of.
Well, we've already had the animated series, which they're going to
That's what
go
I'm
ahead
saying.
and make a new one coming up soon.
With
So we
Panzer
may
the
get
Groot,
an animated Symphony of the Night.
but I mean, look, this is just the 90s here. I mean, Ninja Gaiden, Earthworm Jim you could do. There's, like I said, this is just the 1990s list, and there's 125 movies in here, or games in here. Crash Bandicoot, they're going to make a franchise out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Instinct, yeah, probably. Sam and Max, maybe. F-Zero, you mentioned F-Zero in the past.
Yeah, I would like to see like a live action Captain Falcon. That would be pretty cool. And the kind of special effects you could do with like the racing, that would be pretty nice. But
yeah, but I mean, like I said, there is this.
Yeah, but some of these have been done and failed. Some of these have been done and they weren't accurate. So it's a question of whether or not you make something accurate instead. Yeah, exactly. How many of this stuff is already like tied into one of the franchises and stuff?
But a Lemmings movie. Oh, jeez. But like I said, just in that alone, there's so many different things that they can run with. And with, like I said, people being burned out on comic book movies. I mean, just even going to, let me pull this one back up for a sec. The Batman, DC, they're arguably their biggest franchise they have. Robert Pattinson, the movie did well. They got the spin-off Penguin series. That still only pulled 770, 771. That
right, because that was for an older audience, and that movie ran for like 3 hours.
But
that's
people are
two Mario movies at once.
My point being is that everything runs in cycles. We had our sci-fi cycle, we had our zombie cycle, where every zombie adaptation was being done. Now it's comic books, they're on their way out. The next thing I think legit is going to be video games. Because again, all you need to do is you need to take a quick script, you slap a couple changes on it, you hire some people to do some voice work, let the animators figure it out, and boom, you got a classic.
I really hope that's not the case. Because if that is the cheap, easy turnaround of it, what's going to be the point of watching it when I could play it?
It's all about the cash grab now. And it's the same thing that Disney is doing with all the remakes. You don't have to come up with an original script. It's already made for you. You make a couple changes here and there. You bring in some notoriety people, people that have a following on Instagram, like Jack Black and Lizzo on Mandalorian, for example. We talked about that the other day. And basically you have something that people are going to go see, and you don't have to put the effort in to have an original script. You just tweak it a little bit as you need to. Dude, I think this is the future right here.
I don't know. I mean, looking at some of these titles,
You think?
I
You
mean,
think
I'm
a Soul
sorry.
Calibur
I
movie?
don't see a StarCraft going. I don't. The fighting games. Well, we've seen how fighting games can go. For every Mortal Kombat, there's a Street Fighter
Yeah, but I mean,
or a
there is
Street
stuff they
Fighter
can
or
do.
Legend of Chun Li.
You know,
That's the
I mean,
thing. You've got.
they could do another Duke Nukem. You know,
I don't. Duke Nukem doesn't even play well in nowadays on video games because he's just something of a bygone era. They've tried Alone
I
in
mean,
the Dark. That didn't work. Now, I'm
I
not
think.
saying that like some of these you can't do. Like something like Parappa the Rapper. That would
Uh-huh.
make a fun movie. Imagine the
How about that?
soundtrack for that one.
How about that one right there? You think that's not going to be done?
Star Fox could work. I think it would be a question of whether or not you went just purely animated or 3D animation.
Hmm.
Like, do you make it look cartoony or do you make it look like something like Avatar? You know,
I don't know.
Crash Bandicoot. They've already played around with like that's almost cartoony in itself. I mean,
Actually, there we go. That might fly.
Shenmue.
Yeah, it might be. As a little bit of a different feel, yeah. I mean, not kids based, but I'm just
I
talking
would
pure
say
video game
Shenmue
attitude.
as like a live action movie, like an adult live action movie, makes sense. Earthworm Jim, my God, they tried to make a cartoon off of that, and that was just ridiculous. Which I think Rob Paulson had a hand in that one too.
In a hand in what?
Earthworm Jim, the animated series.
He was the voice of Earthworm Jim. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was paired with Freakazoid at the time.
Yes. Ninja Gaiden.
You could make it. I think it would, like I said, it may not be animated, but I think it's a cash grab they would run after.
I mean, maybe if you go like Ninja Gaiden Sigma, really got like to the PlayStation generation of it. Maybe.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not saying that they're going to adapt one perfectly, but I think the franchise as a whole has money potential in it. I guess that's what I'm trying to drive at. I mean, Panzer Dragoon might. ActRaiser could possibly as well. Oh,
yeah, but
is.
I think they're really only
that's
going to go after the ones that have actually had franchises and sequels of themselves in the gaming realm, because then they know they can build off of it in a movie form.
Dr. Mario, the movie. Dr. Mario would be house. Oh God,
Yeah.
you need Hugh Laurie to voice Mario.
It's another lupus.
But you need Hugh Laurie from like Blackadder, not from like House itself.
I don't know. I see where the potential is, but I think we're putting a little bit too much cart before the horse on this. I'd say we really need like some versions that aren't, tentpole films and movies. Like, don't forget when Marvel first started off, like when the MCU first started off, they took Iron Man and ran with that. And Iron Man was not necessarily like he may have been like a founding member of the Avengers, but compared to the X-Men and compared to Spider-Man, he was not a big name. So Mario going out right now is pretty much the equivalent of the X-Men movie or Spider-Man.
You're saying
Once
they
you
blew their
actually
wad right
start
off of
making
that.
good material off of franchises that maybe people aren't as familiar with, then maybe we can have that conversation. But I think right now it's pretty much we're basically like making a movie about Michael Jordan. Once we get to the Luke Longley movie, then we can talk.
Can you add a little more conquer and lower the command on that? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
That's
can
the
go
thing.
ahead
Some
and
of
do
these
that,
video
that
games,
would be
they already
great.
have their own cinematics. They already have their own built-in movies.
Yeah.
So why am
But
I going to pay a whole other thing to watch it on the screen when I can't interact with it? When I can
because
go ahead and
Hollywood
get the
tells
original
you
work.
to.
I know, but still, there has to be a limit.
I know. And that's why the numbers of the box office have been diminishing so much, because people are broke as shit right now and they don't have the money to be able to sit there and figure out where it's going to go. So they're looking at everything and they don't want to have to spend upwards of $200 for like a group of 4 or 5 to go see a movie.
Right.
You know, that's
But
that's
they'll
the
do it
Verizon
because the
payment
kids
and
are
then
saying
some.
Mario, Mario, Mario. And I'm sure once it becomes available on streaming or on Blu-ray or whatever, those sales will go through the roof too, because
Oh yeah,
that's the new Frozen or that's the new Minions.
but streaming is the reason why I think a part of the reason why people aren't going to the box office. You know, because it's just so much easier to just sit there and look at. I mean, we had my niece and nephew here from Maine over the weekend. They pulled up movies on Disney Plus I never even heard of, and
Such
they
as
were just. There was a movie called Holes with
you
introducing
didn't know
Shia
you
LaBeouf.
don't know Holes
Never heard of it.
with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I also found it odd that a 6-year-old actually was actually watching it, but irrespective of that, but yeah.
Well, it's
So
based off a book too, but still, I'm surprised you'd never heard
let's
of it.
see, animated Mega Man. We had that already with Ian Corlett, the original Goku, from Viz Animation back
Yeah,
in the
there was
'90s.
an animated Mega Man television series at least.
Super fighting robot Mega Man. Yes, I actually know that.
I
I'm
knew he
sorry.
was going to know
I
the theme
shamed
song.
myself royally. But yeah, yeah, all the Viz voice actors did that. So Ian Corlett was there. Scott, the voice of Piccolo, like all the original Dragon Ball group were all the voices in this thing. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. And that's the original Mega Man one. That's not even talking about the one where it's like the handheld Mega Man.
The EXE,
Where it's like
yeah, EXE.
connected
I
with
never
the cord.
was familiar with.
That's a whole different series, which was an anime.
Yeah, I never actually saw that one. I never played EXE either.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
1994, 2 seasons, 27 episodes. Scott McNeil, that was the voice I was thinking of. That was the original voice of Piccolo. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Jim. Oh shit, Jim Burns was the voice of Dr. Light. He was the guy. He was one of the guys from the 6 seasons of Highlander, the series. Interesting.
Was he the Watcher?
Yes,
The old man?
he's the guy with the cane. That was your Dr. Light in this.
I was about to say,
So,
yeah.
Let's see. Very pleased with the Super Show nods. Yeah, yeah, but like I said, Super Show was part of that. That's catering to the adults in this case because the kids aren't going to get the reference. But
Right.
you know, I remember when Lou Albano cut off his beard on Regis and Kathy Lee to promote the show.
I remember when it was a Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah. Now it's what Kathy Lee and Kelly and Ryan, I think at this point.
Kelly and Ryan, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was Michael Strahan for like a week, but they didn't get along.
Who could with Kelly Ripa? Anyways.
Yeah, well, apparently Ryan Seacrest can. You know.
Ryan Seacrest can get along with anybody. Look at who he had to deal with for American Idol.
Yeah, that was what was the co-host that his career went nowhere after that? Crap, he had a weird name too. What's that?
Are you talking about like the performers or the judges?
No, the first season there was 2 hosts. It was him and
Dunkelman.
Brian Dunkelman. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna say this, but yeah, Captain Lou, if you do drugs, you can go to hell when you die. That was a legit PSA, by the way. As Mario, he used the word hell. Yes, he did. God, I forgot about that. I'm gonna pull that
pipes
back
gotta
up.
lead somewhere.
No, different kinds of pipes, though, sir. So, all right, sir, you want to call at this point?
Yeah, I'm already exhausted from yelling about Yamcha earlier in the night, and
And I've already done
to
2
go ahead and
shows.
complain anymore about like where comic book movies are and where video games could go. It's like,
and me and Brandon had a massive. Is that?
I mean, I'm not saying this year is going to be the year to determine all of that. I mean, let's wait and see what happens with Guardians of the Galaxy, because I think that's going to be the first real boom comic book wise.
I don't know,
because that's going to be completely separate from all the Quantumanium stuff, and it's going to be its own thing. It's a James Gunn product, so hopefully that all plays well.
I don't even know if that's going to do well.
Which, by the way, if my calendar is correct, I would say, yeah, either by next episode on the 24th or on May 1st, we have to go ahead and give our Deadpool lists.
Yes. Yeah, because we're going to try and predict who's going to die in Guardians 3.
Right. Now, again, For those of you, look, if you are watching and you want to play around and judge your list with ours, here's the way it's going to work. We're all going to go ahead and select 5 people out of the notable cast members that are in this movie as far as IMDb is concerned. And there is enough people, but we're going to pick the 5 people that we think are going to die for sure in Guardians 3. Now, that has to be an official death, not a retirement, not a change of personality because the soul's still there, even if the outer look is different. Actual death, as in they're out of the MCU. We'll do your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your number 5 pick would be like the person who is least likely to die, and your number 1 pick is your most likely to die. You're guaranteed this guy is definitely not leaving the movie alive. And
just to
based
clarify,
upon that, we'll have a point system of 1 to 5. So if your number 1 pick dies, that's 5 points. If your number 2 pick dies, that's 4 points, and so on and so forth. Whoever gets the most points out of their 5 wins the Deadpool. And when the winner wins the Deadpool, they get to make a request of the losers. Now,
ooh, is that how we're doing that?
Here is what I will say, especially to all the fans that are watching. If you want to play along with us, and you want to create your own top 5 deaths for Guardians 3, you are welcome to submit them to us. And if your list beats our 3 lists, if it beats ours score-wise, we give you the power. You can make a request for us.
Oh, God. Please let one of us get it right. I have fear here big time.
So if you want to go ahead and put your lists in, you have to send it to us by May 1st. So that this way we'll go ahead and we'll probably do the episode that day, since that's the week that the movie comes out on the 5th. So go ahead and send it to us via, I guess, any of the streaming that we have here. Anything Stream Punk Entertainment related. It could be a Twitter, it could be through the Discord, it could be on Instagram, it could be on Facebook. Send us your top 5. Again, remember, your number 1 is the guy or girl or whoever most likely to die. Your number 5 is the one least likely to die, but will still die in the movie. Or you can send it to the Gmail here at talesfromthefilmset@gmail.com.
Anyway. They all reroute to my general email.
Yeah. Send us your list by May 1st, and if your score is better than our score, you get to make a request of us.
I worry about Kyle. I have a feeling he's going to be very
good, as well you should be. But you know what? This is a James Gunn kind of gamble. It's like, let's get wild and crazy with it.
Obviously, everything has to be within the bounds of the law. Make it legal. Make it,
it's all rights reserved. Yada, yada, yada. All legal stuff pending. But might as well give you guys the power to play in with us as well. We shouldn't necessarily take this idea and make it exclusive to just us 3.
Fair enough. All right, cool. So, and just to clarify on that, yes, they have to die. If they transcend into another form, that does not count, correct?
If they're actually transcending into another form, that means there is still a form to their soul.
Yes.
So, yeah, no. I'm talking like Yondu. There has to be no soul left.
Fair enough. So, Tony Stark on this one.
Exactly.
So, okay, good enough. So, all right, got to wrap this up at this point. Thank you, everybody, for checking in on that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Day. I know you had to pop off for the other show. All good. Thanks, as always, to all you guys. Any thoughts, comments, ideas, compliments, or complaints, definitely let us know. And yay, Yamcha. Catch you guys later.
Freaking Yamcha.
Yeah, dude. Oh, come on. It makes me happy.